Log continuation. It's about 3:20 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Is it 3:20? Yeah, it is. It's the 28th of August 2023 at Weaver, John C. Roseman, California. I was talking about environment because I was responding to Bo, the fifth column of what he was talking about to us about survival and everything else. I don't think we actually understand what survival is these days, to tell you the truth. I mean, we can't even get our own damn head together. We can't even get our own damn act together. So what the hell are we doing with ourselves? Knocking ourselves out left and right. The marketing algorithms on our social media pages. I still got me locked into the stuff I was interested in a little while ago, and now it wants me to have more and more of it. Different television stations out there are projecting that either we got tropical storms going to be hitting Florida again. Yeah, they are going to be doing it. One of them out in Houston is following some of the storms being built up in the equatorial ranges. Sometimes they would drift across the African peninsula, actually from the African continent, to the miles that it takes to get over to the South American, Caribbean warm waters, and then build up. And certain projected pathways of some of these storms when they're building up enough, even in the Caribbean, when they're getting that much generation going. These things have a way of making our lives absolutely miserable. Now, a few weeks ago, we actually had our own little situation, and everyone was panicking on this damn thing. And I was looking at the storms that we had. Hillary was the name of the monster. And I'm just trying to figure her out. Hillary was this big, badass storm that everyone was freaking out on the West Coast. And here I am thinking, with my own limited knowledge of meteorology and everything else, thinking, you kidding me? She's not as bad as a hurricane. But what should have dawned on me on that one is the sustained rains that we actually had. It's got mountain communities all across the San Bernardino and Angeles uh, panicked because of how much water the ground could not absorb and became saturated to where communities started to disappear. You got a burn area, you got potential for flooding. There's not enough roots deep enough into the earth from the plants and for the trees to keep the soil secure enough and to absorb the liquid because we had fires either by human intervention or by nature screwing us over. And regarding nature is how we're screwing ourselves over because we manipulated the environmental temperature so much that we're going to get more and more of these conditions left and right. Out here in the desert, we do get rain out here, but it's only just enough for it to trickle into the ground, into the aquifers. But we also get flooded out like crazy if we have a good enough soaking and on a consistent basis that the ground cannot and doesn't have the time to take necessarily to absorb it all and put it into the aquifer and just keep it there. No, the top surface is going to go. So we had flooding all over the damn place in the Antelope Valley. But we have this on a rare occasion. It's not on a consistent basis. Not like what I keep seeing the East Coast, especially the southeastern Gulf coasts, that they have to deal with the tropical storms. They have to deal with the hurricanes coming through left and right. They have the conditions out there necessary for it. And what scares the hell out of me is the atmospheric conditions or even the ocean ocean temperatures have increased, getting closer and closer, creeping towards our SoCal's coasts to allow more strengthening of storms coming from the from the south into the northern latitudes and making our life a little living hell during that time. How's that grab you? It doesn't grab me fine because now I got to be scared of shitless of this damn shit. But this is what we have to deal with. I wish I could send this one over to Bo as well. Bo of the fifth column. Now he's been living in it for all of his life apparently. He understands a little bit, or maybe a lot more than what I understand, about how to deal with the coasts and deal with the storm systems. But he also got to recognize that with the increasing temperatures that we've got, uh, and the polar caps melting, both sides, we're losing our refrigeration unit. We don't have Freon to recharge both the Arctic and the Antarctic. We're losing ice left and right. Scares the hell out of me that we're going to be having that much ice pumped into the water. And it's going to be flooding out coastal areas like crazy. I'm still expecting the coastline of California to really disappear at this point. Up and down the coastline. I'm expecting our coasts, both sides of the United States, to really flood out. How the hell would it look regarding New York City when they're so damn next to the water line that they're going to be flooded out? They would have to spend billions of dollars just to protect the coastline. I'm not talking about just continuing to dredge up sand that's going to be disappearing. I'm talking about building shield walls. We're going to have to. Is Europe going to have that same way? I don't know. I know California is going to be losing its coastlines. We value our beautiful coastlines, but now we're not going to have it because we're going to lose it. And that's a scary thing right there. We're going to lose it. So how do we deal with that one? We're affecting ourselves so damn much we don't even understand it. Hell, we don't even want to understand it. We're too damn scared of it. But seeing all these damn things happening to us, do we actually understand what's going on? Not really. Not really. Do we actually care? Do we actually care? That's a good question right there. I don't know. I'm still working on that one.